Hi and welcome back to Sweets and Beyond. Today in my kitchen we're going to be making funche. Funche is a Puerto Rican polenta. In some Caribbean countries like Jamaica they call it turnmeal, but this is usually served as a side dish, or funche con bacalao, which is turnmeal with codfish. I don't like personally codfish, but we're going to be doing it just a plain funche or turnmeal. Okay, so here are the ingredients. Here we have 1 cup of coarse ground cornmeal. You can find it at most stores. It's coarse ground. So we're going to be using salt to taste. There's 2 big cloves and 2 small cloves of garlic. Here we have 1 teaspoon of oregano, half a teaspoon of cumin, and half a teaspoon of black pepper. Here we have 1 tablespoon of chicken bouillon, or you can use 1 cube of chicken bouillon. Gonna be using 2 cups of water. Here I have 3 small onions, so I will let you know as soon as I cut them up how many I used. We're gonna be using half a green bell pepper. Going to be using cilantro, water, and oil. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so I have my pan heating at 7. My stove goes from 0 to 10 and it's at a 7 right now. I just placed a 1/4 cup of canola oil. See, canola oil in the pot. So excuse me. Remember I had said I had 3 onions, so it was a little bit over 1 cup chopped, so I used only 2 onions. Here I have the peppers and the 4 little garlic cloves. So you're going to start moving it around, and this is your sofrito. I normally use my own sofrito, but I really like the chunkiness and the freshness of having it just like that. So now you're gonna cook this at a 7. Try not to put it too high so it doesn't burn. Just go moving it around until everything is translucent and nice. So a lot of people have said, I've seen a lot of YouTube recipes for funche, but the recipes that I've seen is for the breakfast cereal. But to me, funche is not breakfast cereal. What they usually do is they mix milk with the cornmeal and sugar and vanilla, and they do it like a sort of a porridge. This is as a side dish, so it's savory. This is not sweet at all. So we'll be back as soon as this is ready. So it has been a few minutes, and if you can see, I don't know if you can see it because all the steam, but my onions are translucent and the peppers are too. So now the next step is we're going to add the oregano, the cumin, and the pepper. And it seems like a lot, and I didn't cut it. It's cilantro. I didn't cut it because we can just fish it out at the end. We just want the flavor of it. You don't need, it smells so good right now. So we are going to cook this, and the next thing we're going to do is we have the 1 cup of coarse ground cornmeal, and we're going to put it in here, and we're going to sort of like coat it with the rest of the oil. And I forgot to mention in the ingredients there was some butter there that I didn't mention that it needed. That's at the end. Once it finishes, I'll show you what to do. So what we're going to do is we're just slowly going to mix everything in, and we're going to add the 2 cups of water, and we're going to add, I'm gonna try and see only half of a cube because I don't like things too salty, but by all means you just by taste. So now my stove is still at a 7. And this is the most important step. It is at a 7, but you have to keep on stirring it. Let me taste it for seasoning. I don't. Okay. Look what I grabbed. A toucan. Oh, it's perfect right there. So I only use about half of my chicken bouillon. So you have to keep on stirring it to make sure that it doesn't stick and it becomes like a polenta. You know, polenta, you have to keep on stirring it. Once this is completely absorbed, that should mean 1 cup of cornmeal to 2 cups of water. It should be cooked. So just keep on stirring it and we'll be back. Okay, so now it has been about 2-3 minutes and you can see the polenta, the funche or the turnmeal is pulling away from the sides, and it's like, let me let it for a second so you can see what it does. See, like it's steaming and it pulls easily away, so that means that it's done. So now for the butter. You can use any type of butter. It's basically done right now, but to give it that extra yumminess, I just took 2 tablespoons of butter and I'm gonna mix it right in. And this is also yummy, right? I just turned the stove off, so with the residual heat that's here. So at this point, if you would be having it with codfish, you would have the codfish already desalted, and this is when you would add it. Okay, so we just added the butter, and you can see the big pieces of cilantro. Of course, you can take them out. I mean, it will look prettier. But if you want to eat them, you can eat them too. So I will plate it, and we'll see you in a second. So here you have it, funche, or corn turnmeal, or Puertorican polenta. It has different names, but it is so yummy. See how it looks? It's basically cooked cornmeal with onions and peppers. You can serve it like this as a side dish, or like I said, you can put codfish in it, or you can do what I do, is pour a little hot sauce on it and eat it just like that. So please remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Buen provecho.